At 2 p.m., the countdown started, and it was just the karma door at the top of the screen. And none of this. And then every hour, like at 3, this one came out. At 4, this one came out. At 5 and at 6. And then every hour, the door also went down. So it did, yeah. It has slowly been making its way to opening for us, I think.
Are we ready for a new era?
Oh.
I don't think we have
be
a choice.
More ready. As much as I love TTPD, and I do love So Ready for glitter gel pen songs. I don't even know if that's what we're gonna get, but like I really need that to survive at the moment.
Well, it's time to find out.
To what? All right. Let's see if we crash the website again.
We shall.
Sweat and vanilla perfume. Limited release deluxe CDs. What does that mean?
Oh, hold on. Okay. They each have their own title. Scroll down. Okay.
Vanilla, it's frightening, it's rapturous, and it's beautiful.
Oh, and you get, do you see her like there? She's in an orange. Yep.
You get like the cards, yeah.
Can you click on anything? Like, will it enlarge the image?
You get like an envelope, I mean, with like a bracelet of some kind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bracelet or necklace or something. 12 tracks, jewel case with collectible front and back covers, 1 disc, 8-page booklet that includes never before seen photos and song lyrics, 3 double-sided photo cards on high gloss cardstock, orange glitter jewelry box, gold tone keychain bag charm with Taylor Swift engraved, features gold tone metal TS logo charm and violet eye charm, and black, white, and violet cubic zirconic. All contained in a high glass box. Alright, so that's the orange one. Pink one. Oh, that's cute. This is cute.
Yeah.
I'm on the board. See, I need this vibe, but in the vinyls. Cause
let her cook. Let her cook.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure. This is also cute. Actually romantic. That was one of the songs from that TikTok that everybody's like, is this real? Is this not real? Is this real?
Yeah.
So apparently, I mean, the TikTok, that TikTok user has disappeared. So, but there was also a thing that came out today saying that her team is aggressively pursuing legal action and trying to determine where the leaks came from. So it very well could have been real, just leaked.
Yeah.
This is also cute. Also cute.
Yeah.
I kind of like...
You like the pink.
I like the pink one.
Yeah.
I like the heart. I like the...
I know. Also.
Yeah. I like all of it. I may have to do an order. I may have to do an add to cart, if you will.
I don't know where to find a CD player, but we can try.
We can get it from Best Buy.
I really just want the charm. I'm going to listen to the...
Correct.
I listen to the vinyl at home and my phone in the car.
Correct. Well, in most cars, I don't know if your car has a CD player, but my cars, both of them, certainly do not.
Never checked.
So, well, now might be the time. Yeah, I was at Best Buy the other day, and I saw somebody returning a boombox, and it was one of those old-fashioned CD players with the 2 speakers on the side and the handle.
Classic.
Yeah, I was like, yep, you get it. You
understood this.
Well, for the low price of $5,500, we can get the Viking CD player. Don't know what it could possibly do for $5,500, but it's there.
We'll do a consider.
A contemplate, if you will. Yes. This one is very cute. Look at this.
What you got? Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's like a little jute box.
Sure.
Oh, I found a more expensive one.
Oh, I'll probably
7,000.
like that one more.
Yeah, $7,499.99.
I think Taylor would feel that money was better spent on tour tickets.
Concert tickets. Yeah, front row seats. Yep, for sure.
I've been there, done that.
Here we go. I mean, it's not an actual Walkman, but it's basically a Walkman for $18.99 for the cassette. So we could buy the cassette.
Well, is the cassette in these also, or is it just the CDs?
I think it's just the CD. I only see the limited edition things for the CDs.
Oh,
But
can we just take a moment for the album
just
art?
to appreciate.
Yeah.
Is beautiful. 12 out of 10, Miss Taylor. 12 out of 10. There is a theory going around TikTok right now that it will be a double album, and the other album will be called The Death of a Showgirl.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So, let's see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. So just the 4 limited CDs.
Okay.
Which you may have to do a consider, if you will.
Yeah. Very much like the pink.
Yeah. I like this one too. I like the envelope with the letter.
Yeah.
This has an appeal, but it's not for, I think that definitely not for me. And this is silver. While gorgeous, I exclusively wear gold. Exclusively.
Don't know her.
Yeah, exclusively buy gold. Just the vibes. But yeah, that's all we get so far. I'm excited for the rest. I feel like the rest of the merch drop in particular is going to be an absolute vibe from...
She's been ready.
Yeah.
So what she had on there for the summer collection, like...
Which I loved. There were many things.
Yes, but it was not this. You know, 2 different things. It was more Art Deco. You know?
Yes, it was summering at Nantucket. It
looked at anything like a Sabrina collab or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Which, I mean, oh, wait, there's titles on here. The Fate of
Ophelia. Elizabeth Taylor.
Opalites.
Father figure. Eldest daughter. Oh my goodness. Number 5, eldest daughter.
Yeah, she's gonna fucking destroy
us.
I
just got goosebumps. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Taylor is coming for us.
Ruin the friendship was number 6.
Yeah, ruin the friendship.
Okay. Side B. Need to see side B.
Yeah, this is only photo. Only photo.
Oh,
no,
I know. You know, she gave us more than I thought she would have already.
Oh, wait. Hold up in a minute. Here we go, man.
Oh!
Here we go. So.
Yes! Okay, but let's finish the list. Actually romantic. Wish list with dollar signs.
Dollar signs.
I really could relate to that.
Yeah.
Wood. Taylor.
She's not fucking around. Or she is.
She's like, well, she is. She's like, I'm in my mid-30s, guys.
Yeah, like, get over it, right? Like, everybody wants to do that Dance to Vigilante shit. Like,
oh, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever we watched that part of the tour, Nick was like, wait, what are we doing here?
He
What's that
suddenly tuned in. Tuned in.
All
right, then
canceled
with an exclamation point. Honey.
Yeah.
And Life of a Showgirl featuring
Sabrina Carpenter.
Here's what I think is also leading me towards a double album is that this is very short track list for Miss Swift.
12 is an afternoon.
Correct.
For her.
We haven't had a track list this short, I think, since debut. Like,
yeah.
There's no way. There's no
Who
way.
does she think she's fooling?
Correct. Okay. So, do you think we should... Apparently, Matthew just let me know. This is stunning. This is the one that we're getting, that we pre-ordered.
How tuned in is Matthew?
Well, Matthew he's not super tuned in, but he flirts around the edges. Apparently, the AP just posted an article about the podcast. Do you know what the Associated Press?
I'm familiar. I've met her.
Okay, yes. AKA the biggest news organization in the world, the news organization that all the other organizations get their news from.
Except for, like, our nation's government, but yeah.
Well, I mean, could go, That's a whole different ball game.
That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother problem. This is stunning. I am so excited to put this on my wall. This is gonna look beautiful. So I have these I have 2 of them for 2 different Halsey vinyls at the moment that are it has a spot for the cover, and then it has a spot where the vinyl comes out of the cover to show the actual vinyl. And I'm definitely putting this in one and then getting another copy to listen to.
Ever since I've heard The Life of a Showgirl, I've heard rumors and probably just dreamings of a Vegas residency. Or at least a limited, a 3-month run at the Sphere. If she didn't have to travel around the world to us, if we came to her, stay in one place, girl. After football season.
That would make sense. Or even during football season, so that she could go back and forth quite easily. Have a home base where she's not, traveling all over the world and trying to make the games.
Yeah. And Nick said that after we went to Vegas in April for our honeymoon, a very delayed honeymoon. And he said that he's read a lot of articles that after that, essentially, no one's visited Las Vegas. Tourism's way down. They're saying prices are just way too high. This could really heal the world.
Las Vegas got a little tiny bit of a jump from the Backstreet Boys thing at the Sphere, but there's been nothing crazy going on there. I mean, Kelly Clarkson's show finally opened, but
it's canceled right now or delayed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, her ex-husband passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He'd been ill.
Isn't he Reba McEntire's stepson also?
Correct.
That's very sad. That's really unfortunate.
So she's taking time off just with the 2 kids.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really hard. I'm pretty sure her kids are pretty young. Or at least way too young to have lost their father, for sure.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. All right, ma'am. Well, on that note, should we hop into...
Let's get into it.
New Heights?
He snatched you. What do you mean?
All right. Escape. I'm going to present something else.
Okay. What's our runtime?
Talking. We're learning.
We're learning together.
What's our runtime?
This is a live premiere, so we don't know yet.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, bring us in, Jason.
All right, here we go. Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to the part of this show that I think is what everybody is going to be talking about.
Do I get to say it? Do I get to say? I get to say the 2 words. Yes.
First of all, you can do whatever you want, Taylor. We're not going to review. This is very much whatever.
Work within the framework of the podcast. I'm a fan of the podcast.
Typically, we would allow the guest to say new news.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I think Taylor has a little bit of new news. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 92%ers. We missed you. This is a very special episode of New Heights, a Wondery show. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Yeah, University
baby.
of Cincinnati grad, Cincy. Wow, baby. Arrowhead can't come soon enough, baby. Let's go, Bearcats. Let's go, baby. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, we got a good one. Why don't you tell the people what we got coming up?
That's right. 92%ers. You may remember when we said New Heights wasn't coming back till August 27th. Well, that was a lie. That was a lie. And hopefully you can forgive us because we got as Travis said, we have a very special episode today that we just simply could not turn down. That's right. This is a special preseason episode that we decided to bring to you a little early.
So let's not waste any of their time, Jason. Let's get right to it. You want to do the honors?
Our guest today is the singer, songwriter, producer, and director from Nashville, Tennessee. That's bullshit. She is from Reading, Pennsylvania. She is the most awarded artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and iHeart Radio Music Awards. She has 14 Grammy Awards and is the only artist in the history to win Album of the Year 4 times. Last December, she wrapped up the Eras Tour, which spanned 149 shows across 51 cities, 5 continents, and was the most attended tour of all time. I'm still going. Hold on for him. Her last album, The Torture Poets Department, set a record with 1.76 billion streams globally within the first week alone.
All right.
And as a fan of that guy on the Chiefs, she has 19 wins, 2 AFC titles, and a Super Bowl. 92 percenters. Are you ready for it? Making her podcasting debut, the most aggressive guest in the history of shows, Taylor Swift.
That intro, Jason. Oh my God.
I've seen this before.
No, look, his soul has left his body.
Just breathe, Jason.
No, that was so good. Thank you.
I tried to.
Thank you for screaming for like 47 seconds for me. That was so nice.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking, Tay.
No, you did a great job.
Take a deep breath, big guy.
Did I get everything? How much more could we have put in that? Like, I felt like that was
such an amazing intro. And also just like, thanks for wearing the merch. That goes a long way. Just like immediately makes me feel comfortable just looking deeply into my own eyes.
Okay. All right.
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay. What do we got?
We got
A briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it.
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album.
We got TS12, baby.
This is my brand new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl.
Love it.
It was something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour.
So while you were on tour,
I was working. I would be on tour.
How on earth did she do this on the tour? Is still blowing my mind.
I just love it. I just love it a lot. I love music. I would be playing shows. I'd do like 3 shows in a row. I'd have 3 days off. I'd fly to Sweden, go back to the tour, and actually like working on this. I was physically exhausted at this point in the tour, but I was so mentally stimulated and so excited to be creating.
Oh, wow.
And this is...
And literally living the life of a showgirl.
I was.
While she wrote it.
That's why I called it that. Nailed it. So, do you want to see the back cover?
I would love to see all of it, yes.
Back cover is where we find the 12 tracks for my 12
tracks.
12th
Bangers.
album. So we got all...
What are they?
So we got track 1, The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
Track 2.
Go ahead. I was going to say, do you know what Fate of Ophelia is?
Talk about Hamlet?
Hamlet?
I don't want to get Jason all riled up.
Yeah.
So we can just go through the track.
Okay. Yeah.
Track 2, Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
You know who Elizabeth Taylor is?
You better.
I'm just kind of following. Along.
Okay. All right.
Track 3, Opalite.
Opalite.
You know what opalite is, Jason?
Why can we stop asking me? If I know
Okay, I'm
things?
done.
Yes.
I'm done asking Jason things.
He's like, I hate this
I
structure of the
know a
conversation.
lot about this album, and I'm excited.
Track 4, Father Figure.
Father figure. All right.
Track 5, Eldest Daughter.
Okay.
Track 6, Ruin the Friendship.
Ooh.
Track 7, Actually Romantic.
Actually romantic.
Track 8,
I wonder who that's about.
Wish List with $2 signs as the S's. Just thought I'd point that out. Grammatical
go.
flourish. Track 9, Wood.
Wood. Nice.
Track 10, Canceled, but it's in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
That's a banger.
Track 11, Honey.
Honey.
And can you do drum roll? Last track, track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter! That's awesome.
So that's
Look
that.
at this.
We're just like, yeah, and there's
so
no
true.
other songs coming. It's not like with Torture Poets Department, I was like, here's a data dump of everything I've thought, felt,
There's a lot of songs on that one.
in
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Here's
Yeah.
31 songs. This is 12. There's not a 13th. There's not a 4th. There's not other ones coming. This
Yeah.
is the record I've been wanting to make for a very long time.
I love it. I love this so much. So,
It is
where do we
finished. And do you want to tell everybody when it's coming out?
It comes out October 3rd.
October 3rd.
This album comes out October 3rd. It's easy to remember. It's 10-3 right there.
10-3.
It was just right there. Still annoying. For the photos, there are a lot more photos in this, and there's a poem in this, and basically I love the photography so much that I don't want to show it right now because I want to keep some mystery going.
Love it.
Because that's, just fun to have things to still discover.
The main album cover is
but the photos are done. This
by
album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through off stage. So it's like I didn't want to have like the lights are bright, I'm on the stage as the main album cover. It's just this to me tells more of what the actual contents lyrically of the album are.
Got it.
Which is the life. The
life of the showgirl. Not what you're saying. It's the life.
They are gone.
They're poofed.
Yeah.
There was a poofing. Got cut off randomly. That's very odd. Maybe something happened to their video.
Yeah, I was gonna say they went for a long time.
They did. That was.
I expected her to do an hour.
Yeah, they hang in it. I mean, depending on the episode.
Sure.
But yeah.
And I knew they had a lot to say, but
they hung around for quite some time. They were together a long time.
That they did.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to unpack there.
So much. She gave a lot.
She did. All right. So I think we start from the very tippy top, which is October 3rd. The countdown begins till October 3rd.
That's a good middle ground because you mentioned theories from October 13th.
October 13th was the theory.
Until mid-September. Yeah. So that's a good middle ground. Sooner than the potential later date.
Correct.
So that's exciting.
It's 51 days. 51 days to be precise.
Okay. I can do 51 days.
Yeah. That gives us time. That gives her time to like bless us with, singles and music videos.
Absolutely.
And pictures and many, many drops of merchandise, I am sure.
Yeah.
So good things to come. So October 3rd, mark that on the calendar. It's going to be a good day.
Very exciting.
Should probably request that day off work.
Yes.
Yeah. We may need a couple days.
Do we know what day of the week this is yet?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
It's a good thing to ask.
It's a Friday.
Okay, long weekend.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Very doable. Very doable.
I will be out of office Friday.
Yes. Must. We must. So, Friday, October 3rd. Okay, so that's a good day. What's also interesting, first thing I want to talk about, I think, is her talking about it just being the two producers with her. Like, no Jack Antonoff, no Aaron Dresden, like, just the three of them. Nobody else. Which is, like, I mean, her and Jack Antonoff have been like this since 1989. Like,
and I don't think that's anything Jack related or anything. It even shows with the playlist she put out, the very specific vibe. Like she said, very focused, very, I think that on all of her albums, there's always a theme, of course, but there can be a lot of variety. And while I'm sure that it will still hold true to some of the common, track 5 is gonna break me.
Absolutely destroy. You can't
eldest
daughter and not eviscerate the people.
I got goosebumps when you said it, and then when she said it again, like just wrecked me.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she wants to be very dialed in to, for the most part, that same vibe. So
I agree. I think it will be everything we hope for and more in terms of the energy that will come from it. I feel like it will feel the same in a lot of different ways as when we got Reputation. Like the absolute like electric vibe, you know, like I'm that's what I am anticipating. That seems to be like what she was alluding to, at least in her conversation.
Even just bringing back the photographers, and I know, you know, not the exact same team on Reputation, but
a lot of similar players.
Yes, yeah. It sounds like it's going to be like 1989 and Reputation compounded a bit.
Yes, yeah.
So.
The like more poppy version of Reputation.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. I think that's going to,
as Travis said, 12 bangers.
12 bangers. Absolutely.
I'm going to hold him to that.
Slashing and dashing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him personally accountable.
Correct.
If there are not 12 bangers.
As we should.
Yeah.
He had front row ticket. He could have made a difference. And if he does not come through, well, we've got to have words.
Yes.
I assume he will come through though, because
Taylor always comes through.
Yeah.
And now him by association.
Yeah.
He just needs to ask her what word to use to come through.
Well, and even the art feels the same as Reputation. Like, obviously it's not black and white heavy, but it has the same vibes of the Look What You Made Me Do music video.
Can I voice an unpopular opinion?
Yes.
Oh, you're not ready.
I'm not.
It looks how I wanted the Reputation album to look. I mean, obviously there's Showgirl element, but I remember, and everything she does grows on me and you learn more and you understand more, but it's not, the theme is my favorite and I like it more than when I first saw it, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
This is definitely, it seems just like a little bit more, not sure the word I'm looking for, but it's what I wanted that to be pretty closely. So, and I think it really ties in with exactly what she said, the life of a showgirl. This was, you know, her explaining what that was after the show, you know, and that was how it felt and how it looked for the most part. And, you know, I enjoyed that a lot, that tie-in.
Which brings us, talking about the songs, brings us to maybe the disappointing news, but I still think there could be some trickery afoot of just having 12 tracks and her explicitly saying there will not be a 13th, 14th coming for this album, which, I mean, still couldn't be. There's a double album called something else that will have its own tracks, and that's technically still true because it won't be on this album. But I like a little bit of sadness for the, like, not to, you know, be the crowd chanting more, but we've come to just...
We've been fed.
We have been well fed.
We
have been, like, overly, like, I guess you could say overly fed. Like, not just in TTPD being the absolute height of that, but even with, like, the amount of tracks on Folklore and Evermore, the amount of tracks, like, even on, like, with the Vault tracks on 1989 and Red and Speak Now and, like, even Midnights, like, it's just, like, we've had these big, bulky albums, which I think could make it, like, I mean, she was talking about how focused she really wanted this album to be, and I feel like it could be lending itself to that with the, like, it's like if you took Folklore and you took out all the songs that aren't about what was their names, Betty and the teenage
Betty and Inez and James. Yeah.
If you took out all the songs, it would be, you know, that's what this album is. It's like, it's without all the other stuff, but also love the other stuff. Like, can you imagine, like, I'm trying to imagine Folklore without the Last Great American Dynasty, you know, like.
Yeah, well, the thing to keep in mind is Taylor is modern day Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton wrote the other 51.
Correct.
If this is truly, like, gonna hold on this album, she talked about recording this in Sweden on the European leg of the tour.
That was so many moons ago.
Correct. She's already cooking up.
TS13 is already...
Not
to get ahead of ourselves. I mean, we don't even have TS12 yet, but TS13 is happening as we speak.
And TS13 is going to be a moment in time. 13. So I think this was a probably appropriate marker. And if I'm being honest, I could see at this, and then if she is working on 13 or, wherever life leads her, I could see 13 being a moment before she takes some time off, or 13 being, a double or a super full album about so many things kind of going on in her life. Like, there's just so much there. So I think that either way, I could definitely see, we've heard different theories, life of a showgirl, death of a showgirl, like I like that a lot. But if she does hold and just maintains to 12, then I could see a year or less turnaround on something else. So,
but not to say that this doesn't deserve its moment, like a full moment.
Of course.
We were fed from TTPD in terms of like the amount of music that we got, but in terms of content, I mean, obviously the Eras tour was going on, so like it was a different ball game, but there was only 2 music videos. We got like 31 songs and 2 music videos. Like, there could have been some banging music videos. Like, the fact that there's not a music video for Who's Afraid of Little Old Me is a crime, I think.
This feels like it'll have a lot more content linked to it.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it earlier. I don't know. I mean, 12 songs, it could make a really tight tour set if she were to travel around with this. However, I think it also could make keeping it concise. I really like the idea of her just having a damn near residency at the Sphere.
Yeah.
For
3
months, like something. Yeah. Next spring or summer. And then that's just like clipped. We come to her. We're in that mindset, in that environment. So lots of different options here for sure as well.
I feel like it could also make so not obviously Taylor Swift has her own ideas. She does not need anybody else's. But in terms of like just to compare to something, or like where the idea in my brain would stem from, it could make like something similar to what Halsey did on her most recent tour for My Last Trick, where like she had 2 parts of the concert, Act 1 and Act 2, and Act 2 was her coming out and singing songs and interacting with the crowd and talking to us, and like how you would normally have a concert, more or less, right? Act 1 was a Broadway musical. It was not necessarily like she had filmed scenes that she played intermittently, and there was a storyline told throughout the I think it was like about 12 songs, 12 to 15 songs that she sang in the first half, and like they were all connected, and there was different scenes that played out. So it could like very much lend itself to that kind of, which would, I feel like, also go well with a Vegas residency, where that's the show. It's not a normal concert, or I'm sure there'll be some of that. It's a actual show from the Showgirl. Like it's a performance. It's not a concert.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I think that could be very interesting. That would be a really cool thing to see. And then I feel like there's other songs that could be brought into it that fit the same vibe. Things from Reputation and I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, like specifically, and like that. I mean, obviously we don't know the total vibes just from the context that she provided in the podcast, but like that's what it seems to lend itself to.
For sure.
I think that could be really cool. I would fork over so many dollars for that. She can have as many of my dollars as she wants. Matthew and I have already discussed.
She's aware.
Like,
we already have a budget plan.
So I like the great tragedy of my life is that I did not get to go to the Eras tour. I lost all of the Ticketmaster wars. I never got a pre-sale code. And the resale tickets, I just couldn't. Like, we could have paid it, you know? Like, we could have, like...
Yeah, but don't you want to have a mortgage someday?
Correct. Like, I just couldn't stomach it. And I say that while at the same time that last July, my husband and I bought tickets to Billy Joel's last concert in his residency at Madison Square Garden. The very last one, I can't remember if it was the 150th or 100th show, something, I don't know, some banana number, but it was the last show of his residency there. And we had to buy resale tickets because they sold out in 10 seconds, the same way the Eras Tour tickets did. And don't get me wrong, they were, like, the cost of both tickets was less than one Eras Tour ticket. Give or take, but we spent $2,000 on those concert tickets. Like, maybe a little bit less than that, actually. Like, maybe it was closer to $1,500, but it was a lot. It was still, like, I still couldn't stomach the Eras Tour ticket prices.
And that's the thing. Once it hit resale, it was just a mess.
It was gone. Yeah.
One of the biggest brags I have in my life is that I was front row on the floor.
At one of the early shows, too, wasn't it?
Correct. Yeah, it was June 15th, I believe. June 15th or 16th. So it was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I lived at the time. And she only had one show slated, and that's when she had added additional ones. Okay. But I got equally caught up in the mess that was the Ticketmaster presale. I told my boss at work, I was like, I'm going to need like an hour to myself. Like I'll be here all day because I'm taking all my breaks at once in the middle. Like I'm taking some time.
We're going to need this time. Yeah.
Correct. And it just spinning, nothing. Like in the queue. Like it was just bad. And that was that, like just heartbroken that day.
Yeah.
And then weeks later, after what she had already announced that she would add extra shows, I think to help accommodate the Ticketmaster overflow.
Disaster. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I got an email from Ticketmaster and it said, hey, we saw you were in line, like, and you were, whatever my place was, deemed it early enough to have the potential to buy tickets or an opportunity. They were like, we still have tickets left. They gave me 3 or 4 tiers to choose from in terms of pricing. It didn't give me any real indication of where they were, if I recall. But it was just like a form to submit, and you could select up to 2 tickets. So I did, even though I was planning on going myself. And a few weeks later, they got back to me and were like, how would row 1, seat 7 and 8 in section FL be? And I was like,
take my money.
Let me check where that is. And the tickets were $500 a piece. So I bought 2. I offered the second one to someone that I knew was a super Swiftie as well. She actually came from Connecticut to see the show.
Everything comes full circle.
So I only ended up paying, $500 and some tax for mine front row on the floor. I would have never been able to justify either I'm sure, I don't know. There's definitely a reality where I could have, but I was very lucky in that sense. So
yeah,
very lucky.
And I am fully prepared to pay hundreds of dollars.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like I will pay hundreds of dollars to have a very good seat at whatever she does next, even if it's not this album, even if she waits with a well-deserved break after the marathon that was the Eras Tour, for TS13, which she very well might, because she can't not go on tour for TS13.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing. They all mean something to her, but 13 is going to be
a wild ride. Yeah.
Correct. So it's going to be so many additional layers on top of a special album that's coming out that she worked so hard on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's going to be amazing. So and hopefully by then I'm even more prepared to spend as many dollars as I could possibly want on whatever she does next. So I have no qualms. I have already planned this, Sarah. I have planned this in my head of like, if I win the Ticketmaster Wars this time and somehow end up with like front row center ticket seats. Obviously, I'm not taking my husband. Like, obviously, we're going together.
Sorry, Matthew.
Yeah, sorry. Like, I'm sure he would enjoy greatly, but it wouldn't be the same if we weren't together for it. Like,
Nicholas will be heartbroken.
Oh, I'm sure. But it just wouldn't be the same. Like, I can't imagine going to a Taylor Swift concert and not being together for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Correct.
Obviously, we didn't know each other when you went to the Eras tour. So, the idea of us now going to a Taylor Swift concert without each other, now that we know each other, seems bananas to me. Like, we'd have to break up, and it would have to be for some extreme reason.
And that was the only hard part with going with a like semi stranger. Like, I knew this person was like the sister of a friend of mine. And so like I said, it felt so rare. Like, I wanted to make sure. I thought about one or two of my friends, and I'm like, they would go with me to something, but like it's hard to justify to ask someone like to spend $500 on something they don't care about as much as I do. But also like they're not gonna like I want it to go to someone that's gonna appreciate it with all the difficulties. So, but that was the hard part. I mean, the environment worked for bonding in general and like people there, and I, as someone who used to be and still can be very shy, like I definitely enjoyed myself and had a great time. But to go with a friend, like to go with you, would just be an unparalleled experience.
Well, and I think about like, like I made a comment to you after I went to the Halsey concert that was my Eras tour. Like, it was, it was the most like electric experience of my life. And I went with my sister and one of my very good friends, and her very best friend came with us also. And I didn't know her very well, but the vibes were good, but like we were laughing and crying and like, there's a part of the show, she's filming it, so we may have to do a talk about it after the film comes out of her concert in Istanbul. But there's a part of the show where she's singing I'm not a woman, I'm a god, and it's very like, we had discussed, me and my friend and my sister before the concert, how Halsey was like her sexual awakening. And that song in particular was the epitome of that. But we were laughing, we were screaming, we were jumping up and down at our favorite songs. There were several instances of surprise songs. It wasn't like a set. There was several instances where she had several songs in rotation and you didn't know which one you were going to get.
Okay.
And so like one of them ended up being the friend of my friend who was with us, her absolute number one favorite song, and my top 5, one of my top 5 favorite songs. It's the song Lie. And like we were crying, tears, like listening to her sing New Americana had me in tears. Like, and none of that would have been like, obviously if I had been there with myself or someone who wasn't as crazy of a fan, it still would have been great, but none of that would have been as like honestly cathartic as it was if I hadn't been there with those two people. If it hadn't been my very good friend, and if it hadn't been my sister who felt the same that I felt about her music. And so I feel that same level of almost respect towards like how I feel about Taylor Swift's music is how I would want to feel at that concert.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 ways I'm going to get that. It's either going to be by myself or with someone who appreciates it at the same level. And my sister definitely loves Taylor Swift, but we grew up through 2 different eras of Taylor Swift. I was a 2006 era and she was a 2014 era. Yeah. So we grew up through 2 different eras of Taylor Swift. And so like, it's either myself or it's you. Like, that's it. Like, those are my 2 options for how I'm going to live my best life at this concert, I feel.
Oh, like, there are There's very minimal things that could keep me from going to this concert with you.
Like work, we don't know her. We don't know her.
No, I mean like literally the only thing that could keep me from like I would need to be hospitalized, either like giving birth to a child or
if the only reason I will allow you not to go is if you are actively in advanced enough labor that you have to be in the hospital.
That's what I mean. Like water broke. If my water just broke, I mean, let's see how long we can push this.
You
like
could have a long time. Like, especially if like the timing, if it's this album and the timing works out that it's your first baby, you could have quite some time.
We'll like I said, that's the only thing that comes to mind. Like,
and that would be the only valid excuse if like
correct.
I would go to the concert by myself because love you, but I'm going still.
Oh, I would want you to call me and FaceTime me as
the whole time. And people are like, "Why are you alone?" I'd be like, "Well, my best friend's giving birth right now." Is the only excuse that's valid. Everything else would be unexcusable.
So I can't wait to see what she's working on. Yeah, she's got a plan already. So
I really hope that there is a music video at least for the life of the Showgirl with Sabrina. Like amazing.
I have a hard time picturing that won't be the first single and a video that comes out prior to be honest. Sabrina doesn't miss a video. Number one.
100%. The stories have been
correct. The imagery that like this is the perfect collab on this. And I have a hard time believing that won't be what if we get something in advance of the album, because with only 12, we're not going to be getting 2 or 3 drops. But if we get anything prior to, I feel like it would probably be that.
Yeah.
And it's because it'll be halfway in between. Now you said 50 days.
51 days.
I could see it end of August, beginning of September. I don't know. I could see it really.
I'm thinking it's going to be sooner. I really think it'll be the end of this week. I think maybe Friday.
I don't know about Friday. Maybe next Friday.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Seems
Seems just a little. Yeah. No, I see that. But I think they're going to tease images out first. Like they love to do she loves a countdown, and I think 48 hours from now is a tough
sell.
Yeah, I could see at best 13 days from now. Like, I don't know, but I think it'll be a minute in between the announcement and because the pod's 2+ hours long. People are going to be talking about that for about a week.
There's a lot to, I mean, not even like, cause we're only talking about the album stuff. There was a lot on there to be discussed. Like a lot of,
absolutely.
She gave us a lot of information that
she did. Well, there was the content. There was the relationships between her and Travis, between her and Jason, like, there was a lot to unpack. They discussed a little bit of like familial relationships and stuff like that too. Like there was just a lot in there.
I feel like we were just given like the greatest privilege that we couldn't even imagine. Like it's, I don't know if a lot of people will see it that way of like, she was just talking about like her life and her things going on, but it's like she doesn't, like
correct. And she did it in a manner that was like even one of my favorite podcasts, Armchair Expert, like they spoke about that Brad Pitt had recently been on a podcast. That's the show he went on, and he and the host Dax have a connection because they know each other through AA. So there was a certain, and they spoke to that on the podcast. So I think it made him more
open
and approachable and more human-like than he probably would have been. And that was as personal as he got. He mainly discussed his project and things. But, for someone who's so just like infamous, who doesn't give a lot of their personal details and things like that, I think that level of comfort was necessary to make it right. And for Taylor, she cares so much about it being the right thing. Like she's not going to just go on shows she doesn't need to go anywhere to promote anything. Like,
correct. Don't worry. I think we're going to listen.
Yeah. So this wasn't just her going on something to announce the album. This was her going where she's most comfortable to something she, I'm sure, listens to. Like, even if she doesn't, I don't know how dialed in Taylor is for like the hour and a half plus of New Heights every week, but I could see her listening to it on her headphones while she's baking or doing, or like, or doing something like in the gym, or I could see that where she's like, so she's clearly very in tune with it. It's her boyfriend's project. They're very close, the three of them. You could feel that in there, and just with how genuine and authentic she is, and you know what everything she gives us, like her music is so personal. So it makes sense that the podcast would feel the same way.
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, they're going to be talking about this for a long time. There's a lot in there to digest.
Yeah, I could see a week or two, and then we start to. Yeah. Yep. So that would be my best guess. But I'd be delighted if she gave me something in 48 hours. Are you kidding me?
Something. We need something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have never hopped off of the TTPD train, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the album wasn't an immediate hit, and that may just be because of the amount of content we had to digest and like the material within it. But like the more you listen to it, the more it hits. Like the songs that I like didn't like at first are the songs that I can't put down now.
I was just gonna say that you and I were in the car on the way back from Boston, maybe.
It was after we went to the.
Is that after we had our shopping day?
I can't remember. I think it was the day
July.
we went to the Broadway show. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because we drove really late, and I remember we put it on to keep us awake, understandably. Yeah. And I remember talking through things like Down Bad wasn't quite it for me when it first came out. There were so many I loved, and some that were still, and that was, you loved that.
I love Down Bad. I still do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do too, but I didn't quite then, and I do now. Like, they just take a little time. But like you said, the sheer volume.
Yeah, and we even like went almost song by song, I think, when we were at dinner at the Mexican restaurant that night about which ones we loved and like weren't quite resonating with. And I think one of the ones that I talked about at dinner was Guilty as Sin, which is like a song that I absolutely was like, okay, like obviously lyrical genius, like the poetry is on point, but like it's just not for me, and I can't fucking stop listening to that song. I think I listened to it 8 times today. Like I'm on board now. Like, it like the longer it sits with me, the more it becomes my favorite. Like it like far and above everything else. Like, and I am a 1989 girl. Like, I love 1989. Love it so much. Love the vault tracks from that. Love no skips. Has been my favorite album since it came out. Like, I'm on board. I think it's been replaced. Like, I really, the vibes, I don't know. It's something about TTPD just hits different. Like, it pierces the soul a different way that 1989 doesn't quite.
It's, I don't know, for me, and it makes sense as she grows and matures and goes through life. Like, just some of they all hit. Every album has had just emotional moment. Like, on the podcast, she talked about All Too Well 10-minute version as being, something she's most proud of and maybe one of her favorite moments. Tortured Poets Department, the multiple like heartbreak and loss song, like, how did it end? I just
I think it will be her album that goes I mean, obviously we still have many albums, I'm sure, to come. The woman can't stop writing, but I think it will be the album that goes down in history the same way that Pet Sounds did for the Beatles. Or that Bohemian Rhapsody did for Queen, where it came out and was eviscerated, right? Like, the critics hated it. The public wasn't necessarily on board. The diehards were there, but they were always going to be like, and the longer, like, Pet Sounds now is considered to be one of the best albums ever created by or not the Beatles. I don't know why I said the Beatles. It was the Beach Boys. It was the Beach. Like,
I didn't know either way.
It's considered to be one of the most like inventive works of pure genius. Like at this point, like maybe not like publicly as known as a lot of the other Beach Boys music, but critically, it's studied in music schools. It came out and was eviscerated. Like, absolutely nobody liked it. Critics didn't like it. Nobody enjoyed it. Like, it was just crazy because it's very. I mean, it's a on first listen. You listen to this album and you're like, what is going on here? Like, it's bananas. But you sit with it and it makes sense. And that's how I feel like TTPB is going to go down in history. It came out, the critics eviscerated it. Like, critic after critic after critic. Like, huge critics. Were like, the whole of Rolling Stone, like, huge critics just were like, what the fuck did she do?
Yeah.
And so many of those guys already have come back out and said, like, specifically talking about, like, the Rolling Stones reviewer specifically released another review of it and was like, y'all, I was wrong. He came out and he was like, actually, I think this is her best work ever.
Yeah. And it's, I don't want to say understandable, certainly not to eviscerate it, but there's so much volume and it's so varied. Like she said on the show, she just put everything that had been going on kind of over the last few years in there.
Dump. Yeah,
it was a lot to unpack.
For lack of a better term, yeah.
It was the exact opposite of how this feels like it's going to be, you know? So, very excited to see the dichotomy.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, ma'am?
No, I mean, I'm very grateful for everything we learned. She shared a lot, even about that, even though I think that was the shortest segment on there. You know, there were the 4 mini albums hidden in the back, the 4 TSs with what we saw on the website, the 4 different versions of the CD that have the images on there, that gave a little bit more insight as to the vibe. I really think the Sabrina partnership also makes a point. And I think that those two, like I said, I just see that being the lead for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I expect to get little morsels.
Speaking of which, actually, that, like, either we're going to get nothing for a while from the album, or we are going to get something, I think, like this week, because Sabrina's album comes out on the 29th. And Taylor's not going to compete.
Interesting. I didn't think about that. I forgot about that, actually.
She's going to want to give Sabrina her own moment. So I think we're either going to get nothing until... Because, I mean, I think we're going to get nothing until maybe a week or 2 after Sabrina's album's going to come out. Or we're going to get something this week so that has its moment with enough time for people to enjoy Sabrina's album.
Yeah, well, then maybe it won't be the Sabrina collab, because honestly, she's going to be knee deep in what she's got going on.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe it will be a separate track from the album. And yeah, I concur with that. I could see it being, you said the 29th.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it's the 29th.
No, it is the end of August. You're right. Honestly, maybe she'll just be hitting us with imagery and more like, you know, just content. I think maybe she'll just be hitting us with more imagery and content and vibes, potentially.
Yeah. So, to be determined. It'll be an eventful 6 weeks either way. Even if it's just eventful from us clowning for things on the interwebs.
Yeah.
But it'll be an eventful 51 days, that's for sure.
Very exciting. And you know what? It's still close enough. It's 16 days before we go to Mexico. So that gives us just over 2 weeks to have everything perfectly down pat.
Well, yeah, we'll have figured out like what we're in it for, you know, like we'll have figured out the songs that we're gonna get ready to, not that it couldn't be the whole album, but the songs that we're gonna get ready to when we go to our fancy dinners on our resorts, you know, like we'll have it locked in at that point, and it's still early enough that we'll still be knee deep in the album for sure.
Absolutely. Perfect timing. Thank you, Taylor. Yes, it was perfectly timed. As you said, a real gift to the Libras. Very excited, very grateful.
Yeah.
Even the shout out of the opalite, just may have to do a opal jewelry purchase to honor, we shall see.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's all I've got. That was a lot to sit with, and I'm sure once we sit down, this was our live reaction, right afterwards, and directly you saw us watch it. So we are going to sit in the next few days and discuss what's been happening this week, and I'm sure we'll have some other stuff coming up, other things people have pointed out.
There are other things to discuss other than Taylor Swift. We have many topics. We are not the Taylor Swift podcast. We just love her. But
are there? No.
I have a juicy topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have some new hobbies too that I really want to deep dive into.
I do. And we'll have to. We'll see if my hobbies continue once I go back to work, but we can definitely jump in. I have some thoughts on the hobbies. I have dived quite deep into those sides of TikTok. You're an Instagram girl. I'm a TikTok girl.
I sit and scroll TikTok. I just mean I could see myself posting some TikToks. I don't know. I'm a millennial. I don't know what you would do. I'm most comfortable on Instagram.
Too. We're not that different in age.
Yeah, well, I was just watching one of my favorite Instagrammers. She was doing an Ask Me Anything, and she is younger. She's 26 or something. And they were like, what do you identify most with, millennial or zillennial or whatever, something else? And she was like, not a single thing with a millennial. And I'm like, okay. And the discrepancy is not that wide, ma'am.
Correct.
But
there is there is a difference there in the years we graduated high school, there was things that happened in certain years, even if there's not that great of an age difference, even between me and my sister who's closest in age to me. She's only 2.5 years younger than me. And when I was a senior in high school, she was a freshman at my same high school. So but there's still things that happened with me that didn't happen with her.
Well, even how you clown for the Hannah Montana tour. I mean, were there songs I listened to? Sure. But it did not mean anywhere to me. I had heard them.
You were on the cusp of it being you were too old for it. I was knee deep in it. I was smack dab. I was the target audience.
Yeah.
Which also, could be another Vegas. We may have to spend some serious time in Vegas this year, ma'am.
She would be a really fun Vegas resident.
I would live and die for that show.
She could do a tight 6 weeks, and not even 6 weeks in a row, but I could see that working really well every other day or whatever she wants,
whatever she needs for her vocal cord health. But I think she could put on.
I think that'd also be the right venue for someone like her.
Yeah.
To do a limited time engagement specifically as well. So
specifically for something like that we're coming up on the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana next year.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting 2026, I think.
The girls might be going to Vegas. We'll see. Yeah. Let's get them to Mexico first.
And then we'll figure out what vacations we take next.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
All right. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.